story isn't one of faith, it's one of doubt and shame, and the cowardice the fear of men will bring. Through all his tribulations, I never dared to take a stand, though all the while I knew he was the king. Almost all the others on the council had agreed, but I thought that all their threats were only talk, till they began to speak of murder, and in the end I had to leave when they asked me which disciples could be bought. Early in the morning, I was wakened by the shouts when a man ran through the courtyard down below, in a panic shouting, "Jesus has been taken, the council's been convened, and they're going to try to kill him now, I know." No one who'd been seen with him even knew about that trial. When I arrived, there was just an empty hall. When I finally found him, I could not believe my eyes. He was being scourged before them all. The crowd cried out for murder, but he never made a sound. And at last they led him back inside the door. When Pilate brought him out again and said, "Behold the man," I couldn't hold the tears back anymore. For he bore no resemblance to the one I used to know. From his face you couldn't tell he was a man. From the beatings and the lashing and the thorns upon his head, he stumbled and he almost couldn't stand. Pilate wanted to release him, but the crowd just screamed and roared until at last he let them have their way. And they took him out to Golgotha, and I followed far behind, afraid to look and afraid to turn away. Slowly I drew closer until the light began to dim, and a sudden silence spread across the land. And at noon it grew like midnight, as if no one were allowed to witness what was happening to this man. My God, what have I done to turn your back on me? His scream of anguish echoed down the hill, and it seemed I heard the misery, the sickness and the sin of every man who ever lived or ever will. In agony, he raised himself and he pulled against the nails, just enough to fill his lungs for one more cry. "It is finished, Father, unto you I now commit my life." And he breathed his last, and he bowed his head, and he died. Before the sun had set, we took his body from the cross and washed it of the gore of all his wounds. And we wrapped him in the linen and the spices that we'd brought. Then we rolled a stone across the tomb. First it was the women, and then Peter said so too. Then two more came from Emmaus in the night. And then he himself was standing there, and his glory filled the room, and the darkness in my soul was filled with light. When he turned to me, it seemed the others disappeared. Then he touched me, and I saw his hands inside. And the words he spoke to me alone drove all my fears away, lit a fire that's burning deep inside. Then he told us all, as God sent me, I am sending you. to destroy the work of Satan and to preach deliverance to the captive and the gospel to the poor, that heaven has come down within their reach. So now as he's commanded, I am here before you all with a courage that I know is not my own, to tell you that he's risen, Jesus is the Lord, and salvation now is in his name alone.